Hello, everyone. I'm going to show you how to develop your own custom GPT. You can do it with me so that at the end, you have your own custom GPT. And why is this one important? Sometimes when you ask ChatGPT a question, you may receive general information that is not really in line with what exactly you are looking for. This is where custom GPT comes in, where you are building your own GPT on top of the general GPT. It's very important for you to have this kind of knowledge so that it will help you to do your research. It will help you to get specific ideas that will meet your specific need, the specific idea that will solve a specific problem for only you. I've been waiting for this function in ChatGPT for a very, very long time. And I'm so excited to show you how to develop your own. I'm going to empower you to develop your own custom GPT or personalized GPT. So let's go. In this presentation, we are going to focus on four things. I'm going to give you an overview about custom GPTs. And then I'm going to review the builder that OpenAI has provided to easily develop your own personalized GPT. It's so easy to use. You don't need any skill. You just have to answer the question the system is asking you. And then you have your own assistant where you can ask specific question and can solve specific problem for you. As a researcher, as a professional person, as a teacher, as a student, this is a game changer. I'm also going to show you how to build one, right? Going to show you step by step. Not only show you, we're going to do it together. So as I do it, you do it too, so that you have your own first custom GPT, right? And also I'm going to give you an overview about the GPTs I've developed, and then you can try them out. And also I want your feedback. What do you think about what I've developed? I've developed about 6 or 7 GPTs, and I'm going to show you, and then you can try it out. I have the links in the comment section there so that you'll be able to use and also provide me some feedback so that I can improve. So think about custom GPT as your chatbot that is so specialized in a specific area based on the instructions that we are giving to the system. You get a specific answers to your problem, right? Or you get a specific solution to your problem. Let's say you are doing a research and you are thinking about developing a research question. You can develop an agent, GPT agent, to help you to develop your research question. Maybe you want to develop interview questions, or you want to analyze your qualitative data. You want to look into conceptual theoretical framework. You can develop your own chat GPT to help you to solve a problem. It's just like a personal chatbot, right? You can develop a friend to have a communication with, to encourage you in life. So this is truly a game changer. It's going to help to solve a lot of your problem that it will take a long time to get answers to. You can look at it as a personal GPT assistant helping you in your workplace, right? There's a problem that you want to address, and you can use this system to do that. You can also see it as an AI expert in a specific area, right? Maybe expert in conducting program evaluation. You can develop a chatbot as an expert and get some advice. So you can see custom as a chatbot that is built on ChatGPT. This is a great opportunity to build your GPT to solve a specific problem for you. So you are building on top of that. So this means that you give the system instructions. You can give some data for the system to learn. We call it unsupervised learning. So the same way ChatGPT have been given a lot of data to learn language pattern and understand the data. And based on that, you can ask specific questions so that you can get specific answers. So this is so interesting, and I know that it's going to solve a lot of problems, right? And just follow along and let's learn and explore. Another thing that you have to think about is that this custom GPT can help to meet your specific needs. Are you struggling to analyze your qualitative data? Are you struggling to think about how to report your findings? Are you struggling to develop research question or interview questions? Imagine that you have a system where you can upload all your literature and ask questions so that will help you to complete your literature review, right? It can help you to customize the output. Let's say you want the system to go through your transcript to develop 10 themes, right? Or develop maybe 10 interview questions for you to use it to collect your data. You can develop your own custom GPT to help you to solve a lot of problems. Limitless. I'm so excited about this one. You have to have a paid account to use it, right? You have to have GPT Plus to use this feature. So this means that you have to pay about $20 a month to use these features. It's not part of the free version. So you always have to think about this one too. So when you develop it, you can make it private. You develop the GPT, you can make it private and use it yourself without anybody using that chatbot that you have developed or the custom GPT that you have developed. You can also make it public for other people to use. As you make it public, the system can also improve as people continue to use your GPT. It becomes better in responding to people's needs. So you can make it public. And when you develop, and a lot of people use the same thing as you have App Store, but they're going to have custom GPT store where people can access and then use. And then when they continue to use, you get some revenue from OpenAI. So it's a lot of opportunity that's going to come. And so that's why you have to have a skill in using this system to help to solve a problem. Not only you solve people's problem, you identify a problem, can you develop your own custom GPT to solve that? I'm going to give you an overview of custom GPTs. As you can see here, I've developed about 6 GPTs. I'll be putting the link to this PowerPoint in the description section so that you can get access to it and can click on this link and try them out and give me some feedback so that I can improve these chatbots. Okay, so for this one, the problem I wanted this chatbot to solve is that some students find it difficult to identify a specific theory or model that will inform their study to develop a conceptual or theoretical frameworks. You can tell the system, this is my topic and this is my research question. Is there any potential theory that I can use? And the system can answer and provide you some theories that you can look into. The second one is quality code frame. This quality code frame, I developed it to solve a problem of some people find it difficult to develop a code frame. People who are conducting content analysis, first you have to develop a code frame based on maybe your conceptual framework or based on the literature. The code frame is the themes and the codes that are generated based on a specific theory or conceptual framework so that you can use the codes and the themes that you have generated to go through your transcript or go through your qualitative data to do the analysis. So this system will help you to develop codes and themes based on your conceptual framework at the same time based on the research question that you have if you continue to ask the system questions. So the next one is if you are planning to develop interview questions, focus group questions. Sometimes you find it difficult to develop interview questions based on your research question. This system will help you to do that. The next one is the Helicopter GPT. This one will help you to analyze your qualitative data. You upload or you submit your transcript or your qualitative data, and then you can tell the system to summarize. You can tell the system to develop themes for you or provide you demographic information. The system can do that for you. The next one is qualitative quest. This system is just like an expert, qualitative expert. You can ask any question about qualitative. How do I collect my data? What will be my research question? How do I analyze any general information? What methodology should I use? The system can provide. The last one, if you plan to do a mixed method study and you are not sure about which mixed method design you want to use, you can ask the system, which is called Mixed Method Design Decision Tool. This one will be very helpful for you in deciding the specific mixed method approach for your study. So try them out and let me hear from you what you think. This is just a brief information about the tools that I've already developed, right? This is the builder, how it looks like. And we're going to go into detail, but I just wanted you to see the interface. As you can see, the builder here, when you open the builder, the system is asking you, what will you like to make? So just answering the system's questions will help to generate your personalized GPT or the custom GPT for you, right? So you just have to answer the questions, give simple answers so that the system will know. As you are answering the question, the system is also building, we call it configuring that information. As you are answering, the system is putting information at the right place, arranging them in the proper manner. And we'll go into that too. This one is just to show you the interface. And the next one I just want to show you is when you click on configure, you will see how the system has structured everything. And you can also go to configure and add some information that you want to add. And as you are doing that, your information is being updated. And after that, you can either make it public for people to use, or you can make it private by checking only me. You can also, if you want to send a link of this one to somebody to use too, you can also generate a link and send it to somebody. So it's very user-friendly. You don't need any skill. You just have to answer questions that the system is going to ask you. And at the end of the day, you will have your own custom GPT. And it's so amazing. So the next one that we have to think about is, how do you build this one? Let me go to the website. You have to have an account. You go to OpenAI, right? And then you can log in if you have an account, and then you'll be able to log in. So when you log in, this is what you see if you have a plus version, right? So if you have GPT Plus or the paid one, which is about $20 a month, you have these options here, right? You have GPT-4, and that's if you have a paid version, this is what we're going to have. And you also have the GPT 3.5, and then you have the plugin. Maybe one day I'll talk about how to use the plugin. But this time, I'm just going to focus on how to develop your own custom GPT. So now when you go to explore, right? You go to explore, this is what you see. So you can see that when you go to explore, you see all the GPTs that we have created. I've created about 8 GPTs. Everything will be here. If you haven't created anything, you have the one that OpenAI has already created. If you want to create your own, you click on this plus sign, create a GPT, and you go here. And then you can start building yours. So one thing that I want to, let me go back to the PowerPoint so that, I just want to make sure that you get all the background information, right? So let me go back to the PowerPoint and we come back to the website very soon. Before you go to the website, you have to have an idea about what you want to build. So what exactly do you want to build? I just want to make things very simple for you. Always think about Puto, think about the problem, think about the users, think about the task that you want the custom GPT to do for you, and you also think about the output, right? So the problem, ask yourself, what problem do you want the custom GPT to solve? What problem? Do you want it to solve how to develop interview questions? Do you want it to solve how to build your business? Do you want it to solve how to communicate to audience? Do you want to solve the problem of public speaking? Think about a specific problem that you want to solve and think about who is going to use. Are you going to use this personally, right? Who are going to use this information? Are they researchers? Are they students? Are they practitioners? Are they professors? Are they teachers? Giving a brief description about the users is very important. Another thing that you have to think about is that what task do you want the system or the custom GPT to do? What do you want it to do? What do you want it to complete? Do you want it to generate research questions for you? Do you want it to analyze your qualitative data for you? Do you want it to give you an outline about a presentation, or do you want it to give you a list of ideas about how to set up your own business? What kind of task do you want it to complete? And the last one is the output. What do you want the output to look like? Do you want it to look like a bulletin form in terms of generating research question? Do you want the system to generate maybe 20 questions at a time or 10 questions at a time? What do you want the output to look like? What do you want to see? What do you want users to consume? So having this information at the beginning is very good before you start building, right? This is the basic information. So we're going to use this basic information and then build our own. We're going to build it together. So As you can see from this slide, we want to build custom GPT that will help people to understand custom GPT. The same explanation that I provided to you for you to understand how it does. Maybe in your organization, they don't understand custom GPT. So what you're going to do is that you want to develop a chatbot or a chat GPT custom one to help people to understand custom GPT so that at the end of the day, they'll be able to use and also develop your own. So that's the purpose. And we're going to do it together. So if you have a paid account, let's go to the website and do it together. If you want to get access to the PowerPoint, you have to go to the description section there so that you get access. So let's go to the website and then we can do our own. I just want to empower you to do it yourself, right? So first of all, the system is asking you, what do you like to make? Let's first copy. The name of it is the ins and out of custom GPT. You can say, I want to develop a custom GPT which focuses on explaining custom GPT to users, right? And then you can even add the name. The proposed name of the tool would be, and then you bring the name here. It's something simple. You don't have to have any skill, just have a communication, right? And have you done it? So now it's generating based on the response. So now it's updating. It will ask you further questions, but let's see what next, right? Sometimes you can just answer the questions or you can just copy and paste the information I have on a PowerPoint. See how the system has created your logo for you based on that information, right? Let's communicate with the system. Let's say that I like the logo and say thank you. And then we can post the problem that we want the system to solve. I posted a problem here. You have to allow the system to update before you post another or you submit another request, right? So now it has updated. The next one we're going to do is to post the users. Who are the users? So the users are the researchers, practitioners, professors, and teachers, right? I can also add students too, and then we click on enter. Also, the task that we want the system to complete. So I copy that, paste it here about a task. I want the tool to interact in a casual way, explaining how custom GPT works, including the use and benefits. And the tool should show the users how to build their own custom GPT when asked. Let me put the asked here. When asked. So you can put all this information here, and before you can maybe answer some of their questions, or you can ask the questions as you go on. So let me submit this one for it to update the system, and then I'm going to submit the last one about the output, right? I hope you are doing the same thing if you have an account. And sometimes your picture will be very different from mine. Although we are asking the same question, they can generate a different picture. Let me know how yours is going. I'm very excited to see how you build yours. Let me delete this one. And then I think I didn't spell the bulletin well. A bulletin, okay. So let me hear from the comments, right? How yours is going, because we are doing the same thing. I just want to see whether yours is a little bit different from mine. So the system is asking you, how should the GPT handle situations where a user's question is unclear? So if the user's question is unclear, the system can give an answer that is a little bit close and they can ask further questions. So I've just put that information here. So it's updating. The system is asking you if you can try it out and see whether everything is fine and or if you need any refinements. The good thing is that you see here, preview, this is what users will see. And it has already populated some questions that users can click on and ask. So you can see here, tell me about custom GPT. You can click on this one and get some information. So you see what they will get if they ask the system to tell. So it gives you all the purpose and also how it works, right? So you're giving all the information about custom GPT. And then you can say, what are the benefits of using custom GPT? I think it's still providing more information, right? So if you are satisfied with how the system is responding, then you can go ahead and save that information. At the beginning, it might not be perfect, but as you ask the system questions, you'll be able to say that, okay, can you make your responses concise? Right. So you are telling the system that when you are responding to users, in the response should be very concise and it should be straight to the point and should be conversational in nature. Right. So you can see that the system did not provide the name, just a description. So you can go ahead and tell the system, can you label this to, and then we can copy the name. This place should have two things, the name and also the description. The description will help people know what the use of this one. So you see how when I say, can you label it? Now we have a name, ins and outs of custom GPT, your guide to custom GPTs. Now I think we are almost done, but there are some steps that you could follow, right? You have to make sure that you save what you are doing. You can save it as a link. If you don't want to make it public, you can click on only me. If you want to make it public for people to use, you can do that. So now, as you can see here, you have your own first custom GPT where people can ask the system questions about custom GPT to know more about custom GPT. If you want to go back to edit your custom GPT, go here, click on this part and then go to edit and it will take you back. You see that the conversation we had is not here anymore, right? It doesn't save that conversation. But when you go to configure, it has all well-structured information based on the conversation. It has your logo, it has a description. You can also edit the description if you want. If you edit, this place will change, right? You can also edit the name. In terms of the picture, if you want to change it, you can go back here and say that, can you change the picture to a new one? You can also upload your picture too. You can say that, okay, I want you to use this picture. So you have a lot of options, right? You don't have to use the picture the system has generated for you. You can ask the system to generate more pictures. Oh, this one is interesting. I like it. So now it will ask you, do you like that? It's updating. And then this place will change very soon. This is amazing. It's so empowering. You are developing something that people can use to solve their problem. You will not know how impactful this one could be if you have identified a problem and then you ask the system, can you develop a chatbot for me to solve this problem, and then give it to people who can use it to solve their own problem. It says it has been updated, and then do you want us to adjust anything? And so you don't have to. So you can say, this is great. Thank you. And then we go to configure and you see the new logo has come. The name is still there. You can change it if you want to. And you see here the description. So based on the communication that we had when we click on create, you see that the system have put a very nice description about what the system can do. This is just like an engine that's or the system identity or the parameters that you have put in place so that it will give a very good output that will be helpful to the users. And you can add more information. You can change it if you want to. If you click here, you can add more information. You have, if you want to give more instructions, right? And also, when people open your chatbot, these are the statement or questions that they're going to see. You see all the 4 questions here. You can change it if you want to. You can delete that and put a new question there. You can add more, but I think having 4 here will be fine, just to help people to start a conversation if they don't know what to ask, right? So you always can adjust it here. As you can see here, I think you can remove this one. This one is not important. There's an important thing that I want to share with you here. You see knowledge. So the same principle about ChatGPT. The reason why ChatGPT is very good is that it has been fed with a lot of information. They feed the system with a lot of information, and then the system learns what has been fed. We call it unsupervised learning, right? So the system have been trained with the data. And then that's why when you ask ChatGPT questions, sometimes you get very good answers, right? So this one is your knowledge base. This is where you can upload information that the system can learn so that it will be able to give a rich information to your audience. So in this case, the information I will upload in the future is the transcript of what I'm saying. I'm presenting about custom GPT. After everything, I can come here and upload the transcript here or upload my PowerPoint because it's about custom GPT so that the system will learn more about similar information that it has to give. It's just like, do you have a specific skill and knowledge? You acquire that knowledge by maybe reading, interacting with people. So when you are talking to people, all the information that you are giving to people are influenced or are informed by the knowledge that you have. So think about this way too. The knowledge that you're going to provide here will inform the response that it has to give to people. So in your case, let's say maybe you are a counselor or you are a psychologist and you want to develop a chatbot that people can have interaction as if they are talking to you. What you could do is to upload maybe your interviews, transcript, and any presentation about your profession, your personal one, and bring them here so that the system will learn. You are training the system so that responses to people's questions will be informed by the knowledge that you have here, right? So for me, for example, I'm a methodology expert. If, let's say, I want to develop a methodology expert chatbot, right? A custom one where people can go and ask questions about qualitative research. I can upload my PowerPoint and my presentations and transcript here so that it will act as a knowledge base. You are training the system with the data that you have, and it will inform the responses that it has to give to people when they ask questions, as if you are giving the information. So that's why this one is very important. It's not required for you to do that, but it's going to help the system to give very good information if you can upload some relevant information here or relevant resources here for the system to learn. So when you are done, you can also check. This means that when you check web browsing, this means that when people ask questions, the system can also provide a website people can click on to learn more information, right? So you have an option to uncheck or check that. DALL-E image generation is also very good. If, let's say, user want the system to generate images, you have to check this one so that the system can generate images. You can also check this one, code interpreter. Most of the time, this one is useful if somebody is uploading a data for the system to analyze. Most of the time, a quantitative data in an Excel spreadsheet or a spreadsheet or something like that. you can check this one so that people can upload information and analyze. I don't know if you think it's not going to be useful. You don't have to check that, but you can check if you want. And then, so that's all that you have to know about it now. Add actions. You don't have to go here. This is the most important thing that you have to do. When you finish everything and you want to make it public, or you have changed anything here, you have to update. Click on update and click on confirm. The good thing is that it's also going to give you a link that you can also send it to somebody to review or use and give you some feedback. Or if you want to make it public too, you can go here and make it public. If you want to create a link that you can give it to people for them to use, you can do that too. Let me hear from you. Have you developed your own ins and outs of custom GPT? Have you done that? I'll be happy to know what you have done so far. So let's go back to GPT. So now you see here that the one that we just developed is here, right? And you can also see that it's private. That's why there's a lock here. If you want to make it public, you can go to edit and you can go back and make it public. So if you make it public, let's go and view. You see here now, when we come back to explore, you can see that now it's public, right? People can use. You can also decide to delete. If you don't want it, you can click on delete. That's what I have for you. We can explore some of what I've developed so far and see what you think. Let's explore the one that can help you to generate interview questions, right? So when you go to edit, let me go and show you something very interesting. So, and then when you go to edit here, we go to configure. So it has the name, it has the description here, it has the instructions, right? The instruction that I gave to the system. It generates based on the conversation that I had, right? When you go to this place, you can have a conversation. As you are having conversation, things are, the system create instructions, and you can review and add more information if you want. And you also, I have the questions that people can click on. You see here, the same thing here, 4 questions you can click on and have initial conversation. And also, I haven't uploaded any information here. I can upload examples of interview questions for the system to learn. And also I've indicated that, you know, it can browse the website. Also, people can upload documents or data for the system to interpret, right? So let's go back and explore and see what it can do. So I click on this one and I say that I'm doing a research on burnout among healthcare providers. One of my research questions is, what are the causes of burnout? So I'm just stating my research question, and I want the system to generate interview questions for me. You can also state the purpose of your study, or you can say that my aim is to explore the experience of healthcare physicians. So I can copy that about burnout. And I can say, can you generate 10 interview questions for me? So you see how it's generating questions for me. I can review and see whether they are consistent with the research question, and I can use them, right? And I can also ask, thank you, what about demographic questions? And then the system can also generate some demographic questions about the age, ethnicity, educational background, and other information. You see how amazing it is. It can provide your background information about a study, and it can provide you interview questions that you can ask participants. You can do the same thing for focus groups too. So that's how this chatbot is. Try this and see, and I want to hear from you. When you finish, you can share with anybody by going here, click here, and then you can go here, indicate if you want to show who is sharing, and then you can click on the link here and can share this information to anybody that you want to share. You can also copy and just save it on your computer. When you go to this side, it will show the conversations. It always saves the conversation, so you can come back and look at the conversation, or you can delete or share if you want to, right? So if you want to go back to the GPTs, you can go to Explore. And then let's see another one that I did. The one that is a little interesting is the qualitative quest. So the qualitative quest, you can ask the system any question about qualitative, and then when you go to edit, see what is there. So I have the name and the description, and I've uploaded a lot of data about my presentation about qualitative study, and some of them are also transcript of my presentations. If you upload information here, there's an additional settings that you have here. If you want OpenAI to use your data to improve or to use the conversation that the system will have with users to improve their models, then you can check this one. If you don't want the system to use it to train their models, then you can uncheck. So you have a lot of options in terms of data control here. This is what I have for you. If you have any questions, put in the comment section. I'll be happy to address them for you. And then if you want more consultation or you want more help, you can easily contact me and I'll be happy to address your questions or support you and provide you all the information to help you to generate your custom GPT. We can have a discussion. I can help you to come up with a problem, the users information, and also the tasks and everything to help you to create your own custom GPT. If you want to know more about GPT, you can go to my YouTube channel, and I have a lot of presentation about GPT and ethical issues and everything that you have to know. If you want me to speak to your organization about how to develop a custom GPT, I'll be happy to do that. Happy to come and work with you and your organization to develop custom GPTs that will help you and your organization to excel and improve the tasks that you always do. And also, you can go to my website. If you want to book for consultation, you can do that. If you are doing this dissertation, this book will be very helpful for you. We provide step-by-step how to write your dissertation. So this one will be very helpful for you. If you want to learn about how to analyze your qualitative data, this book is so helpful. If you are doing a phenomenological study, this will be helpful for you. We broke things down so that you have a basic understanding of phenomenological approach. And this is my contact information and the links that are very useful. Thank you so much for your time. I'm looking forward to hear some feedback and excitement, and I'll be happy to address any questions that you have and also work with you and your organization. Thank you for your time.